Hello humans, I'm the AlienDoctor, but you can call me Alien, and welcome back to another video. Today is a new episode of AlienCraft. I've forgotten which number one, and oh my gosh, there is a baby zombie. Okay, I'm just gonna stop past AlienDoctor there, because I'm future AlienDoctor, and I need to tell you something, in that I apologise for this video having like crappy bitrate and stuff. I can't really help it. It was all recorded in a lot lower bitrate than normal, which means that it was, even though it's on 1080p, it looks very pixelated. I still think it's viewable. I don't know, you might want to skip this one if you like really hate it, but I still think it's viewable, and the audio is fine. It is just the video, and yeah, I can't really do anything about that because I didn't want to not upload it, because that would mean that I would have to make you guys wait another 3 days for a new video, because I haven't got any other videos planned or recorded already. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm uploading it, and it's not the best quality. Also, we did get a fair bit of progress done in this video, and I didn't really want to not upload it. So yeah, here it is. Sorry about the quality, even though it's still 1080p 50 frames. Don't know why. But yeah, to be fair, some of it was recorded on a live stream, and a lot of it looks like it's a live stream quality. So yeah, but anyway, back to you, past AlienDoctor. Right, so a lot of things have actually happened since the last episode. I can't remember exactly where we ended, but yeah, this is what this place looks like. Ugly as always, because I'm terrible at building. So if you do, the last video hasn't been released yet, so I don't know if you guys have actually given me any building suggestions. As well as that, over here, I've mined out over here, although I'm pretty sure you've seen that as well. We'll just add a torch there. I'm going to talk about what's down there a little bit in a second, because first of all, I would like to point out that we actually are on 32 levels now, which means we can go ahead and get Unbreaking 3 on our Fortune pickaxe, and maybe some other enchantments as well. And I just want to actually highlight a couple of problems with this design. And the first thing is this over here. So the zombies aren't really pushing themselves into the water stream. I've been having to use this knockback 2 sword to knock them back into the actual water stream, like that. There we go. Although a few of these zombies were here without me pushing them in, so it does work, just not as effectively as I would have liked. Now, we also don't have a trident killer here, and that is actually intentional, because I want this area to, when I'm AFKing, I'm going to be using the drowned area instead of the zombie area. This area is more if I just need quick XP, which is what I did need last episode, obviously. Although it still took me ages to actually get it. As well as this, we also have this guy, this zombie villager. He's called Jerry, and a chicken who has laid an egg, and I doubt we're going to get another... Oh my gosh, we actually got another chicken. Well, we're going to have to name you, aren't we? I don't have a name tag, so it might despawn. That's probably going to be a problem. I'll just trap you in a hole, because whenever that happens, things seem not to despawn. But anyway, yeah, this is kind of what's happened, and I think the main reason to actually make this more efficient is to actually put ice on the bottom of here, and especially this block needs some ice as well, or packed ice, or maybe even blue ice. Now, we can't do that yet because we don't have any sort of silk touch pickaxe to actually mine the ice. However, in the future, we'll obviously be able to, because we do live right next to an ice biome. As well as this, I also moved the lever back down here so that we can actually switch it to drowned mode, which is what I've just done. I'm just going to kill these guys quickly. And yeah, we are going to need to work on our collection system, but we'll do that another time. The other thing I just real quickly want to talk about is what's down here. And the thing that's down here is actually 2 slime chunks. So, if I remember correctly, yeah, so right now we're in a chunk. And then over here is another chunk, and both of these chunks, this is the end of the second chunk, both of these chunks that we're in right now are actually slime chunks. What that means is that below level 40, slimes will actually spawn in this area, and what I want to do is, when I have Unbreaking and Mending on my pickaxe, I'm going to mine this place out on a live stream. So yeah, although I don't think this video is going to go out before said live stream, so yeah, no one's going to know that I'm live streaming unless YouTube notifications decide to work, but that's fine, we'll get onto that later. But yeah, slime farm, that's right here, And we do have a little bit of space actually where it isn't a slime chunk and it isn't going to be a slime farm. So I think this torch indicates where this no, right here. This is where the actual slime chunk starts. And then this is the end of the first chunk and the start of the second chunk is here, if that made any sense at all. Don't worry if it didn't. Basically, this area needs to be mined out and also dug down to make a little slime farm. I'm not sure how efficient it will actually be though, especially because it doesn't have sky access. And the reason you give a farm sky access in Bedrock is so that it can get, it can have the, what's it called? Surface mob cap instead of having the cave mob cap, because they're actually two different mob caps. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, that's not what we're going to be doing, first of all. So the first thing that we're going to do is actually get ourselves Unbreaking 3 on this. And it'd be nice to get Mending as well, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I just thought the books might be down here. Okay, so here we are back at our base now, and let's just pop in here and actually enchant this book, and hopefully it should still be Unbreaking 3. Yeah, there we go. So in an ideal situation, we also get a couple of other enchantments like Mending on this book. So let's see. Nope, it was just an Unbreaking 3 book, which is kind of unfortunate to be honest. But anyway, let's go ahead and actually enchant it. Now all we need is Mending, and then we'll have the ultimate diamond pickaxe. Obviously, it still needs to be upgraded to netherite, but we haven't got that far yet. We do need to build a sheep farm at some point. Okay, so now what I'm going to start doing is actually just keep enchanting these books like I did last episode until we get a Mending, because I'm pretty sure you can get Mending from this, right? Oh, we moved the grindstone. That's actually a pain. With the new grindstone crafted, we're now actually going to continue what we were doing last episode, which is just enchanting and then unenchanting these books until we get a Mending book. Because I'm pretty sure you can get Mending books, right, from these. I don't think, let's not do this for too long. Let's just say as soon as we've run out, we'll do it 3 more times because that's how many lapis we have on us. And then after that, let's just stop and, I don't know, maybe we'll AFK fish or something later. So now that we actually have this fortune pickaxe, this fortune 3 pickaxe, obviously it doesn't have Mending, so we're going to have to be careful how much we use it, because we are going to need to try and get Mending at some point. I actually want to finish this wall, because I have so many better ideas for this wall, and I really don't like the way it looks currently, and I know I don't like the way it looks because I never intended it to be this design. It's basically, I've not actually finished this design. This isn't even the finished design. I just ran out of resources halfway through building it in between episodes. So what we're going to do is actually properly finish it. And for that, we're going to need to craft a bunch of blackstone. I just need to remind myself what the crafting recipe was that I made. Okay, cobblestone and coal. So we'll get plenty of that. And the reason our fortune pickaxe is going to help us is because when we mine coal, it will actually mean that we'll get more coal than normal. So let's see. Let's just do all that. And then we actually want to also get ourselves the polished blackstone bricks, which means we're going to have to get rid of all the other blackstone stairs that we've got on here, because I want to put them into brick form. And to do that, we're going to need a stone cutter, which we don't even have over here. I'm pretty sure I moved that to the other base. We'll just do that later. Let's sleep first, and then I will explain to you what I'm trying to explain. Okay, so what I was trying to explain, but I couldn't really because I didn't have the stone cutter, is that I'm going to use this blackstone and actually get the polished blackstone brick stairs. Because over here, what we've got is just the normal blackstone stairs, which in my opinion don't look as good for this style of build when we've got the stone bricks already here. So what I want to check is, can we put these back into a stone cutter? And no, we can't. That's actually a really big pain. So we can't craft all these into the brick stairs, which means they're kind of useless. But I can't really help that. I guess we should probably just get into doing it. So yeah, all of these are useless, so we're going to have to mine them, and then we'll replace them with the polished blackstone brick stairs. That is like the world's longest name, I swear. Okay, so I think I did overestimate how many of these blackstone stairs I'd actually need. And for the next bit on this farm, on this build, we actually are just going to go ahead and actually build up a little bit. I know I said actually like 3 times then. We're going to go and just place stairs above them like this. Now you'll see what this is going to look like kind of in the finished product. Right now, I'm going to admit it really does not look good. However, I'm hoping it will look a lot better finished than it does when I've finished placing in these stairs, because I have got a couple of other stuff that we need to do to it before this. So do not worry, this is not the finished product. I feel like this is just a continuous thing of me dying on this world. I can't do anything at night, it feels, because I keep dying. Okay, so after a little while, we've added the top polished blackstone brick stairs onto the top. Now all we need is something else. So the last thing that I actually want to add is some blackstone slabs. Now the only problem with adding those is that we actually don't have any coal left to make any more blackstone. So these are what I want to make, these polished blackstone brick slabs, but I can't because I don't have enough blackstone left. And what I want to do with these is I want to put one here and then one here. Yes, there, like that. And then I want to bring up this stone wall by 2 to make the stone, or the stone brick wall up by 2 so that it's level with the stone brick stairs. And then I want to add a stone slab on top of that. So that's kind of my wall design, which means we're going to need a lot of cobblestone. We're also going to need a lot of coal. I have been smelting down some stone whilst I've been doing this. However, I run out of fuel pretty instantly, it would appear. There we go, we'll just put in a bit more. We do need like a kelp farm or something for when I'm doing these really long smelting sessions. But anyway, we should still have a little bit of stone bricks from this. So I'm actually going to begin. Whilst coal mining, I have came across a very nice discovery of diamonds. So let's see how many we get. And 8. That wasn't too bad for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that was there. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Okay, I think we've got like 3 and a bit stacks of coal. So I'm thinking now we should probably just head back. I think we've got enough. I just do need to figure out how or which direction is actually heading back. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And I guess we kind of do need to cross that bridge right now. That was a terrible time to use that phrase, but still, I'm just gonna keep going as far up and out of this cave as I can, and hopefully we'll get somewhere. Okay, so I've returned home and crafted up all of our coal, or a lot of the coal, into blackstone. We can also go ahead and add these into the treasure chest. Or this is temporary. We do need to get a proper like shulker box or ender chest or something, but we haven't been to the nether yet, so I'll just chuck all this stuff back in here real quickly. And I haven't used all the coal on this blackstone. I have used some of it in the blast furnace because we do need to smelt this into stone so that we can get some more stone bricks for our wall. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and actually start placing in some of these slabs. I think I also crafted up some accidentally into stairs. I don't think, unless I brought them with me without really knowing. We've also got some more coal, which I'm just going to put into our furnace. But yeah, anyway, now I'm just going to go ahead and continue placing in a bunch of slabs. Okay, from what I can tell now, all of the slabs have been placed in. So I'm now going to go ahead over here to the blast furnaces, get these stone, chuck them in the stone cutter, get the stone bricks, and actually build up as much of this stone wall as we possibly can with the amount of stone that we have. Basically what happened here was an enderman came and it broke a large majority of my armor, which meant I died. I carried around spare armor for this exact reason, and I still died because I didn't equip it fast enough. But seriously, endermen do more damage than I thought they did, and it must have been one hit as well. I am so annoyed. That's bringing us up to 15 deaths. I never even realised I died so much. Seeing as we seem to be doing so much building in this episode anyway, I actually want to add a little adjustment to this house, just to give it a bit more depth and make it look a little bit better. And that would include actually just destroying this cobblestone wall that is right here, and actually replacing it with an actual cobblestone wall instead of obviously the cobblestone blocks, because I have been messing around with this in a creative testing world, and I think this looks a little bit better because it just kind of adds, especially from the outside, the building a little bit more depth, which I really like and is something that I struggled to kind of get on this sort of build. And yeah, I really like the way that that looks actually. I'm not too sure about it above the door. We might have to leave that as is, but definitely on these walls here, I'm going to add it in because yeah, I do really like that. Our main problem is when there is a block placed on the other side of the wall that's connected to the wall, it ends up with this sort of texture on the outside. But honestly, if you're walking by, you can't really tell. So I think we might just have to leave it as is because I think it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make right now because of how good I personally think this looks. But yeah, here's what it looks inside, and this will actually mean that it's going to look a lot more brighter during the day at least, because on Bedrock Edition, cobblestone walls and slabs and stairs all let through light, which means that during the day, this is actually going to be really, really nice and light. So yeah, I mean, if we were to replace this cobblestone with slabs, then it would look even brighter. But anyway, I'm now going to continue slabbing the top of this wall, and then, I can't jump up here, but there we go. And then we should actually have this wall completed for now. Obviously, if you guys have any suggestions for any of my builds, then as always, leave them in the comment section, and it's a pretty good chance that it'll get added and you'll get credited, because I'm bad at building, and I need all the help I can get. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, then please do let me know. As well as that, one of the things that actually doing these slabs will actually do is stop mobs from spawning up here without the need of lighting it up. And that's the same with these stairs and the slabs down here as well. It will also mean mobs cannot spawn on the wall, because having torches on the wall does not look that good, and I'm not fully sure how other ways we'd be able to stop mobs from spawning, unless we put like glass on it, which obviously also doesn't look that good. There is carpet we could have done, I guess, and buttons. I'm pretty sure string also works, but yeah, I think personally this is just the best way to do it. Okay, so I've now actually completed the wall. That hole up there is just a little gate. Up there, it's all going to get straightened out and the same level in the future. So actually a lot of that's going to be destroyed so that we can make it the same level. Another problem is that the roof of this house is touching the wall, but I can't really help that. So we're just going to leave it as it is. Okay, so the next parts that I actually want to do is start planning where the path is going to go. And we are going to do that by incredibly simply placing... Are we going to place any blocks? Let's not place any blocks. Or let's do... Yeah, actually, change my mind. We are just going to place a little bit of dirt where we want these paths to go. So they're going to be 3 wide. And they're going to follow this route along here. There'll be one that heads this way. There'll be one that heads to here. And then there'll be one, well, I guess it will just continue off in this direction as well, where it will make a pause here. And then in the middle here, there'll probably be some buildings, which we'll have to sort out later. And then this path will actually go right through here and into this wall, which will be here, or I guess not wall, but into a place over there, because in there we're going to have a mine sort of area, and that's going to be a little place where I can mainly just keep storage for my little starter base, because I have realized in my starter base I have not really done that much stuff with regards to storage, and I kind of just sleep out here, so I need a place to sleep, and I think that's going to be down a mine basically. But yeah, and then we're going to use for our templating, ooh, look at all that stone. We're going to use cobblestone just to signal where we want the buildings to be. And I want another building to be right here, and this is going to be a slightly bigger building by just a little bit that's going to curve around here. And it's actually going to be a little bit like this. Although we don't want it to be perfect square. So let's actually mine a couple of blocks backwards. Okay, I'm kind of happy with this house so far. And then we could just have like another house. I feel like we should definitely have another house. It's more just where should we put it? Because we don't have the most amount of room in the world. Or I guess we could just do like another one right here and get rid of that path. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so there we go. We'll have 2 houses here. And obviously in the future, we'll probably adjust like a couple of small things about them. But yeah, also if this mouse... Sorry, if the like screen keeps like moving up like it did just then, it's because I'm using a new mouse and I'm not completely used to it yet. And yeah, that'll do it for now. We're only gonna... Oh, we could also have a little house here, actually. I didn't think about that. And this can just go like this. And then we'll probably also end up having a house in this area, but we need to move the chests before we do that. I have just got off a live stream and I thought it would be cool to show you guys some of the stuff that happened on that live stream in case you didn't watch it, or you didn't watch all of it. And so yeah, that's what the next couple of clips are going to be. They're going to be from the live stream because there are some pretty relevant stuff for this video / episode that I thought should be included. And if you didn't watch the live stream, then you wouldn't have known that, which is why I'm including them in this video. Because yeah, there's some stuff happened in that live stream which may involve me getting very annoyed towards the end of it. And the full stream replay will be linked in the description. And yeah, you should be able to watch it. It's in the video section of my channel. So we actually need to bind this pickaxe with this book to get mending on it so that we can basically have the best diamond pickaxe possible. So yeah, there we go. This is the pickaxe that we're going to use, at least for the time being. Oh yeah, there's also loads of gravel. I did go in a creative copy just to like double check that these were definitely the slime chunks, and they are. The only problem is there's loads of gravel when we're digging this out, so actually we're probably going to need to get a new shovel, aren't we? Should we craft a diamond pickaxe? I doubt we'll get any good enchantments. But no, we have a decent amount of diamonds from last episode. Hopefully these are slime chunks. I used chunk base, and chunk base has never let me down before. And, oh, there's just so much gravel. So, in Bedrock Edition, there is a bug which is actually going to be fixed in the next version, where if you have view bobbing on, or off, sorry, you know how like it makes you almost like, I used to think of it like gliding when you're walking. Oh, I know what I was saying. So in Bedrock Edition, there was a bug where if you had view bobbing off, then it would still, like, your hand would still bob up and down. So if I'll just show you what it's like with it on, basically. So look, this is with view bobbing on, and you can see here, like, my hands move around when I move the camera, and they go up and down, is the main thing. So on Bedrock Edition, ever since 1.16, there was a bug where your hand would still move up and down, even though it's not meant to in view bobbing. I ended up, and it's actually on my website, you can go ahead and download this if you want to. I have figured out how to actually make a resource pack that fixes that bug, because it is definitely confirmed a bug, because they have said in the latest beta changelog that they fixed it, which is brilliant. But it's also like just at the time when I figured out how to make a resource pack to fix it. So yeah, look, you can see now my hand isn't moving up and down, whereas before it would have moved up and down without this resource pack. If that made any sense. So look, here it is. Ta-da. And I'm going to double check that I wasn't lied to on chunk base. And also kind of show you how I find slime chunks on Bedrock Edition. So if you go to this website, chunkbase.com, and you press the apps button and go to slime chunk, then it will and then select Bedrock Edition if you're playing on Bedrock Edition. You don't need to type in the seed of your world. As you can see, we can just type in random letters. All of them are the same because on Bedrock Edition, slime chunks are in the same place. So now if we type in the coordinates of the world, So if we enter in those coordinates into here, then you should be able to see. Wait, what? No, are you kidding me? Sure. That's annoying. We're not mining in slime chunks, are we? At least this... So it would appear we've dug in the wrong place. Which is a shame. So all of this massive hole, pointless, because we need to dig here, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check that again. Yeah, we need to dig in these two chunks. Oh, I am banging my head against this wall. Yes, put F in chats, pay your respects. This is terrible. This is, oh my... Oh, and it lines up so... It lines up so perfectly as well. Look at it. Look at how perfectly this place lined up. What am I going to do with this area? I'll tell you what I'm not going to do with it. Make a slime farm.